Do you know that some of the foods that you eat every day may be hiding some deadly secrets that could put your life at risk? In this video, we're going to tell you about 10 common foods that can actually kill you if you're not careful. Yes, you heard me right. Some of the foods that we eat every day can be deadly in certain situations. Make sure you watch until the end to learn about all of them. And without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Cherries. Cherries are a delicious and refreshing fruit that can satisfy your sweet tooth and provide you with antioxidants, vitamin C, and fiber. They can also help you sleep better, reduce inflammation, and prevent gout attacks. However, cherries can also be fatal if you swallow their pits. Cherry pits contain a compound called amygdalin, which can release cyanide when broken down by your digestive system. Cyanide can cause symptoms such as dizziness, headache, confusion, convulsions, and death. That's why you should always spit out or remove the pits before eating cherries. And don't try to crack them open or chew them either, as that can also release cyanide. Number 2. Rhubarb. Rhubarb is a vegetable that is often used in pies, jams, sauces, and desserts. It has a tart and tangy flavor that can complement sweet ingredients such as sugar or honey. It is also a good source of vitamin K, vitamin C, calcium, and manganese. However, rhubarb can also be harmful if you eat its leaves or roots. Rhubarb leaves and roots contain a toxin called oxalic acid, which can cause kidney stones, kidney failure, and death in large amounts. Oxalic acid can also interfere with the absorption of calcium and iron from other foods. That's why you should only eat the stalks of rhubarb and discard the leaves and roots. And don't eat too much rhubarb either, as it can still have some oxalic acid in it. Number 3. Nutmeg. Nutmeg is a spice that can add a warm and sweet flavor to your dishes, such as pies, cakes, puddings, and eggnog. It can also enhance the taste of savory foods, such as soups, stews, and curries. Nutmeg is also a good source of antioxidants, magnesium, copper, and manganese. However, nutmeg can also be dangerous if you consume too much of it. Nutmeg contains a compound called myristicin, which can have psychoactive effects in large doses. Myristicin can cause hallucinations, delirium, anxiety, nausea, vomiting, and seizures. It can also damage your liver and kidneys. That's why you should only use a small amount of nutmeg in your recipes and never try to get high from it. Number 4. Cassava. Cassava is a root vegetable that is widely consumed in Africa, Asia, and Latin America. It is a staple food for millions of people who rely on its high carbohydrate content for energy. It can be eaten boiled, baked, fried, or made into flour or starch. However, cassava can also be deadly if it is not prepared properly. Cassava contains cyanogenic glycosides, which can release cyanide when the plant is damaged or eaten raw. Cyanide can cause symptoms such as drowsiness, headache, vomiting, diarrhea, and death. That's why you should always peel and cook cassava thoroughly before eating it, and don't eat the leaves or stems either, as they are also toxic. Number 5. Pufferfish. Pufferfish are a type of fish that can inflate themselves with air or water when threatened by predators. They are also considered a delicacy in some countries, especially Japan, where they are known as fugu. Fugu is prepared by specially trained chefs who remove the toxic parts of the fish, such as the liver, the ovaries, and the skin. However, even a tiny mistake can result in a fatal dose of tetrodotoxin, which is a neurotoxin that can paralyze your muscles and stop your breathing. Tetrodotoxin has no antidote, and there is no way to tell if the fish is safe to eat or not. That's why you should only eat fugu from licensed and reputable restaurants and be prepared to pay a high price for it. Before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more videos like this. Number 6. Apricots. Apricots are a juicy and sweet fruit that can provide you with vitamin A, vitamin C, potassium, and fiber. They can also help you prevent constipation, improve your vision, and protect your skin from sun damage. However, apricots can also be lethal if you eat their kernels. Apricot kernels contain amygdalin, which can release cyanide when broken down by your digestive system. That's why you should always discard the kernels before eating apricots. And don't try to extract oil or make medicine from them either, as that can also expose you to cyanide. Number 7. Mushrooms. Mushrooms are a great source of protein, fiber, and antioxidants. They can also add a lot of flavor and texture to your meals. However, not all mushrooms are edible. Some of them are poisonous and can cause severe symptoms such as nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, hallucinations, liver damage, and even death. The problem is that some of the poisonous mushrooms look very similar to the edible ones, so it can be hard to tell them apart. That's why you should never pick wild mushrooms unless you're an expert or have a reliable guide. And even if you buy mushrooms from the store or a restaurant, make sure they are fresh and cooked properly. Number 8. Almonds. Almonds are one of the most popular nuts in the world. They are rich in healthy fats, protein, calcium, magnesium, and vitamin E. They can lower your cholesterol, improve your brain function, and protect your skin from aging. However, did you know that almonds can also contain cyanide? Cyanide is the deadly chemical we mentioned earlier that can interfere with your breathing and cause cardiac arrest. Don't panic though. The almonds that we eat are usually sweet almonds, which have very low levels of cyanide. The ones that are dangerous are bitter almonds, which have much higher levels of cyanide. Bitter almonds are not sold in most countries, but they can still be found in some places as a flavoring agent or a traditional medicine. So be careful when you encounter anything that contains bitter almonds or almond extract. Number 9. Potatoes. Potatoes are one of the most versatile and nutritious vegetables in the world. They are loaded with carbohydrates, fiber, potassium, vitamin C, and vitamin B6. However, potatoes can also be poisonous if they are green or sprouted. Green potatoes contain a toxin called solanine, which can cause nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, headaches, and even paralysis or death in large doses. Sprouted potatoes also contain solanine and other toxins that can harm your health. That's why you should always peel and cut off any green or sprouted parts of the potatoes before cooking them. And don't eat potato leaves or stems either, as they are also toxic. Number 10. Raw honey. Raw honey is a natural sweetener that can boost your immune system, heal your wounds, and soothe your throat. It can also contain beneficial enzymes, antioxidants, and nutrients that are lost in processed honey. However, raw honey can also be risky if it is contaminated with bacteria or toxins. Raw honey can contain spores of Clostridium botulinum, which can cause botulism, a serious illness that can paralyze your muscles and stop your breathing. Botulism is especially dangerous for infants under 1 year old, who should never be given honey of any kind. Raw honey can also contain toxins from plants such as rhododendron, which can cause mad honey poisoning, which is a condition that can cause low blood pressure, irregular heartbeat, and hallucinations. That's why you should always buy raw honey from trusted sources and avoid giving it to babies or people with weak immune systems. So there you have it, 10 common foods that can actually kill you if you're not careful. I bet you didn't expect some of these foods to be so deadly. But don't worry, as long as you consume them in moderation and follow the safety guidelines, you should be fine. Now, what do you think? Did you or someone you know get poisoned before from one of these foods? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.